Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with episode 4, part 2, Calamity. I still don't know the name of the episode. Like I said, I jumped right back into this. I got a couple more drinks. I took a break for 20 minutes, wrapped my head around the whole thing. If I'm not mistaken, like I said, I do a lot of these before I even talk to you guys. If I'm not mistaken, this is what is actually facts. Right now, unless time can be reversed, Paisha is dead. Loquacious and Lirin are below 30 hit points each, I believe. Loquacious might have a little more than that. Lirin's at 22. Sirit hasn't even done anything because he's not even in the vicinity. He's off trying to await his children. The entire first hour and 10 minutes was 1 second real time. Nidus had molten gold coins inside him. Brennan made it a point to say there is molten coins inside your body. Lirin's up. Lirin's turn is up. Brennan says you see a 12-foot red-cloaked figure talking to Vespin Chloris, who is acting like some crazy demonic nutcase, because he is basically at this point. Xerxes could take the mace of the Black Knight? Black Mask? I don't know. But to get that, Zartaza, the Lord of Hells, shatters her into the ground, and now Xerxes has an option. But I feel like Xerxes has got to make that choice quickly. What is Lirin going to do? She's not close enough to help Loquacious. I think she's 40 feet away from him, 70 feet away from the middle of where the Lord of Hells is. What do we do? You guys want to see more of what I do? Full unedited episodes, all the shows on the channel, seasons out of what you're seeing, hundreds of exclusives you'll only see on Patreon. The link is at the end. Dozens of shows you'll never see over here. I don't have the time to edit it all. Person of Interest, Doctor Who, all these fabulous shows. Go check them out. If not, episode 4, part 2, Calamity. I just want to jump in, guys. I am so excited to see this.
You dimension door away.
Dimension door away.
Oh, stretch it out. Let's go.
You're already dead. You're leaving me. You're already dead.
Okay.
You're already dead.
So,
Lirin splits. Hey.
You dimension door away.
Self-preservation.
As you do. As you dimension door to a secret private sanctum that you know about, you see a screen.
Looks like 70s. That 70s show.
A light in the room that you are in. From prone on the floor, being kind of glitching and staticking, is a feed from Dweomer, whose body is like on the ground. She might still be partially active, but she is just sort of like flat and still on the ground, showing you an image of what is happening in that room.
Well, hot. I like it. Show me.
Talking. Do you speak Infernal?
No.
Would you like to? I can teach you
that
for $5 an hour.
You have tongues?
Yeah.
Do you want to cast tongues?
Might as well, right? Do you?
Cool. I'm out of 3rd level spells. I'm running out of everything.
Oh.
You cast tongues.
And this is mainly because we fought each other right before this. We ran out a lot of shit.
Hollow, friend.
Oh, we can see. Oh.
Cormorant. Get them all in position. Vespin sort of crouches and squeals, and you see that the Lord of the Hells smashes him in the face with a hand, and he scatters to the ground and says, "All dead? Well, mortals are as disappointing as ever, I suppose. Have the Kanathi all activated their runes?" Very good. And you see that he is surrounded by motes of fire for a second.
Oh, activated the
see
runes.
Images of Kanathi all around the city in hiding, with those sort of like runes that were ceremonially cut with blood. The Lord of the Hells touches his forehead, and all of those runes light. The Kanathi begin to burn and immolate, and from their burning chests, full devils begin to crawl into the world.
What? Oh my God! In heaven, they were freaking vessels. They were all vessels with freaking
Incredible.
So you know everything we know now.
All right,
I'm
beautiful.
ask for
Travis
death
is in.
saves
Sorry.
From Loquacious and Nidus.
Death
So we have
saving.
one failed one. So you're just going to give me one for right now. We're going to bend.
So
time.
Nidus and Loquacious are still on death's door right now. Possibly. Possibly.
That's your second failure, Quay.
Oh my God.
You know, come on.
Natural 20. Back one.
In the back.
Pop back up. Pop back
Act
up.
as if.
Come on.
Manifest. Manifest.
God.
That is a 16.
Success
Oh.
and failure for Nidus.
Success and failure?
One success, one
failure. Right.
You see.
This is crazy.
I feel like Loquacious might die this go around. Possibly.
That the Lord of Hells, Vespin looks up and snarls something up at the Lord of the Hells, and you see the Lord of the Hells goes,
Cheers.
You're telling me that the god of death is a mortal? I hate to say I told you so! And you see Vespin sort of shrinks away from that. And you see he says, well, I cannot wait to meet this matron of ravens. To think, if they just listened to us and not given magic to them, my sibling whose name I can no longer remember might still be here.
Stricken.
You see that he then moves forward and says, Vespin, you know what you must do. Prepare the gateway for the Emperor and Empress. They must join us before sunrise in Vasselheim.
Raushan and Comwort.
You see Vespin goes, and the Lord of the Hell says, the Primordials can handle Avalier. My business takes me to Vasselheim tonight.
Ooh.
He
We heard about
smiles, opens a door and says, the Emperor and Empress. Get it done, Vespin. Opens a door and you see, for the first time, the towers of Gordranis, newly built by the powers of betrayers. He walks through and you see the second form of a hulking betrayer. The Lord of the Hells steps through this gate and goes, brother! Great ruiner. If you're not busy, I was thinking we might go and destroy the Dawn City together. Does that sound like a good time? And the door begins to close behind him, and he says, I have some interesting help from some old allies of ours. And the door closes.
Great. Awesome. Fabulous.
So, what are
At
you
least
talking
he
about?
left. At least he went somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, we're in Cloverfield.
It's just
We got a
yeah.
camper, they're like, cool.
I love Cloverfield. A lot of people don't like the
okay,
ambiguousness of a lot
I
of
will
it.
ask for
I
another
dig
set
it.
of death saves from Loquacious. You know he has two failures.
Yeah. Can I inspire myself?
Can my dead body?
Give him a little look.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a wink.
Don't worry. My wife will be right here to get us.
Make it those last couple of seconds. Oh, I saw that guy tell us out. Yeah.
They're literally laying there.
You got it, buddy. You got it. Look, easy peasy.
It's another 6.
Oh my god.
666.
Shut up! Fucking wow.
It's
It was
666.
Oh, God.
Covered in lacerations, the last of your blood leaves your body, and you are dead.
Can I just, for flair,
Yeah.
his changeling body continues to morph and change, and his nakedness, his penis just changes shape into all kinds of different animal shapes. It becomes a duck penis for a second,
no.
it becomes
Sure,
a cow
sure.
penis. Just crazy, just crazy.
yeah.
I just
What?
want to sully
Right?
this.
Just-
I want to
Sam.
this whole image of that you painstakingly
For sure,
painted
for sure.
with a bunch of dicks.
With a bunch of dicks. What did Nidus get?
Weirdest. I would assume Sam would do something like that. Little kitties.
2 successes, 1 failure. For our, I know that we've seen a lot of conversation. I just want to say, for our purposes, this is the second round. Even though there's been conversation, lots of stuff happening, time is a little wibbly wobbly here. This is the second round since everything happened. We are going to.
Hey Brandon, do I know? Do I feel it? That he's gone?
Loquacious. Oh, the lights have dimmed.
Did you let that? Hey, did that stone that you gave me happen to have any sort of spell in it?
It was spell energy. Couldn't have given him advantage or something.
No.
I love that he didn't make it a big deal. No, it sucked. It was a bunch of nothing. You're welcome.
The last phallic shape that you see looks exactly like Brennan.
Oh my God.
People think I'm nice, but really I just.
Brennan is the last dick that Loquacious will ever have.
We move towards.
Come over here.
We move
Don't
to
come
you
over
flying over
here.
the city as the revel. It is now about 4 a.m. even the sounds of revelry have largely diminished, such that the noises of explosions and screams that begin to through the city, you fly and begin to see the fire starting in various neighborhoods. People are beginning to scream. You fly over Excelsior Plaza and see people rushing to a porter's dais, a teleportation dais. You see a porter, as people start screaming, seeing devils charging around a corner. You see a porter in uniform saying, "Everyone, do not crowd the platform! Do not crowd the platform!" You see
oh my God, the music is getting chaotic.
Wizard, or you see a terrified spellcaster cast command on the porter and say, "Get us out of here!" And you see
Oh
all of
my
them
God.
vivisected as the teleportation has too many people, blood all over the dais. Boom.
On the dais, on the dais.
On the dais, on the dais. I love it.
Devils attacking, burning Canalthi corpses with open doorways in their chests as devils crawl out. You are headed towards a neighborhood that seems
This
to
shit
have
got-
less at this point. You're home off in a different neighborhood. You see sky ships off in the harbors, but for right now, the chaos you see is mostly in Excelsior Plaza, where the most awake people were. But for the vast bulk of the city, just some fires are breaking out. And you know that it will be a long time, that people have no way of knowing what is happening. You are moving as fast
The
as you
music's
can.
greone Love the music.
Towards Cloudstone, yes. Off towards your home, exactly.
We're gonna go to the break, guys.
You
I
see
feel
the-
like
the
it's
sky-
almost
normally you're one of few,
an hour
few
exactly
Ice who are flying. You see multiple flying
1.25.
mages escaping from one thing or another, begin to sort of fly by. There's one mage that's levitating in midair, his face covered in blood, just looking stunned, unsure of what has happened. You move through this place, and a light on the balcony, moving into your home. And for the first time, we see them, Maya and Kier, standing in front of you. Both.
Oh
of
my
your
God,
children
it's
are
kids.
You see,
Is this
Maya
gonna get bad?
looks
Oh
up
my
at you,
God.
Your daughter, who is a young teenager, got a little bit of awkward plumage molt, like teenager molt around her neck. Shout out to Sunny. You see that she looks and she goes, Dad, I wasn't drinking. All right, just like another kid saw it at the party. I didn't know that there was anything.
I know, honey. It's all right. It's okay.
nothing matters right now. We're all gonna die.
It's coming. Are you okay? Are you hurt?
Well, we were doing.
Where's your brother?
Up in the rafters, hiding. You see your son with holding his little thing. Says, "Copy. I'm here."
Kier, please come down here.
A light's down. Hey, Dad.
Okay. I look out the windows behind them. I just do a quick 180 sweep as fast as I can. Is there anything perched, any danger, anything following them? Is this room clear for the next 30 seconds?
Give me a perception check.
What can you just
Oh,
say?
bananas and pajamas. We can't even get. We gotta roll for a 30-second window.
You do not detect any invisible presences. To your knowledge, it is safe. Hearing distant noises, you're rattled. You're not working on a baseline.
No.
You see, it has not gotten to the point yet where Kier and Maya, the screams they're hearing could just be 4 a.m. night of the replenish. It's hard. It's like, is that someone being crazy and drunk outside, or is that something else? So both of your children look at you, and Maya says, "Dad, what's wrong?"
I'm going to tell you all about this at some point. I promise. It'll be an incredible story, but right now, I have a surprise for the both of you.
As you say that, you see that Kier looks down, as does Maya. Maya points to your hand and says, "Dad, why is your ring glowing?"
Oh shit! Deception. He's lying to them.
Why are you like this?
Everything's not gonna be all right.
It glows when danger is near,
Okay.
which means that you need to get out of here. I have a special gift, and I take out the
runes of the-
stones. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is for the each of
Sam
you.
Kinison gave it to us.
It's going to take you to your mother. She's very excited to see you. But I need you to listen to me. Whatever you do, don't come back until I find you. Stay away from the city.
He is not making it out of here.
Is
Maya, it's
everything
very
okay?
important that you listen to me. Yes, it's okay, but I need you to listen very carefully. It's up to you to take care of you and your brother. Do you understand?
You see, Kier says, "But if the city's not safe, what about my friends at school? And wait, we had a..."
This-
And you see,
Kier.
Maya says, "Dad, why are you talking like this? Like, we're gonna come back
I understand. Yeah, I take her hand. I open it. Kira, come here. I open his hand as well. I love the both of you so much. So much.
Dad,
I take the stones, I close their hands, and I clasp them shut.
You see, they look with those stones in their hand. All that they need to do is break those stones in their hand, and the spell will take effect. You see,
Break 'em!
Mila looks up and says, "Dad," and you see Kier starts crying and goes, "Dad, did I do something wrong?"
No, baby. I'll always have my eye on you, and I squeeze their hands.
And both of them vanish as you see Maya.
That's what I would have done. You gotta smash that shit in their hands.
The ring slowly stops glowing.
Is he gonna get taken out right here or something? What is about to happen?
They're
playing very sad music.
out of the city. And you stand in the home you built with rain. It's so quiet, and it hasn't been quiet in years. You look at your ring and the emblem of the Eyes of Avalier. Looking at this home and all the noise that would be here with young kids growing up. I think it occurs to you how much time this ring took from being in this home. Because there may never be the sounds of home and hearth, life and laughter in this place again.
Jesus, Brennan. This is
Give me
deep
an
as
insight
shit.
check, if you would be so kind.
I feel like he is not making it out of here. I don't even know if he's going to regroup with us. I feel like he's going to get hammered with something, but that's a solid roll.
Sarah looks at the symbol of the Eyes of Avalier on his ring. The eye is sculpted to look down, ever watchful, the eyes of a city in the clouds.
Radiator.
On a 26 insight, you found many threats to the city of Avalier.
Nothing like this.
Long years of being exceptional, perceptive, intelligent, clever. Your eyes ever peering down. Cultists and criminals, even some magisters, some corrupt officials.
The second he got 2 runes,
26
I'm like,
insight,
he's
all the
fucking
ones
dead.
Without friends or connections. The Eyes of Avalier never looked up. And the price you paid
Radiator.
was that here at the end of things, you still don't get to hear the laughter of your children in this home, as was the case so many long nights of devotion and service. Where does Sarah go in his mind in this moment, and what does he do?
Imagine, I'm just trying to make light of a horribly
Sarah slowly
sad
takes
situation.
the ring off of his finger, and almost absent-mindedly starts to walk to his home office just down the hallway. Pushes the door open.
Is he
As you
waiting?
probably imagine, it's a wreck. Papers, pictures, drawings, cups, dishes. The remnants of all of his work, of his obsession, of his craft, of his eye. And he's furious.
I mean, he must feel like a failure, but like shit got crazy and
goes
we
over.
made some choices.
Snatches a candle and looks around and holds it to a nearby wall.
Tell me there's a
And
frick.
watches it just dance up.
What?
The flames move up.
Does he have a way out? Is there a pit? What? What?
Step back out into the hallway. You are perhaps unparalleled in all the world at discerning fact from fiction and from spotting lies. And the last lie you told was to get your children out of here. And outside your office, you see a small little indentation in the wall, a little discolored patch where young kids would come and get their little food-stained hands up on the wall and press their head against the door to see if they could hear what you were working on.
I see that. Even as I start to hear the familiar sounds of flame. I head over to their rooms. I open the threshold and just stand. And I take in how long it's been since I just looked. Really looked.
There is no reason
Here.
this would all
Not
be
outside
happening
this.
if he didn't know
Here.
he's fucking dead.
Your brilliant detective's mind looks at a room and begins to piece together stories. Tiny fractions of a detail. From the turn of a corner of a notebook on Maya's desk, you see that she has an incredible...
By the way, I'm totally in.
Otherwise, why would she...
I could listen to
in the
Brennan
chapter book?
go on and on and
You
on.
look
I'm in.
and see under Kier's bed the telltale carpet throw of a child hiding some kind of toy weapon or something that he shouldn't have, and see from the shape of it that they are small hand axes. And here in this moment, you put all of your vast intellect to work so that as the flames begin to lick the wall behind you, you solve the mystery of who your children were.
Yeah, that's just not cool. But true. As it burns behind me, I think of where I've come from, a family devoted to this city. I think of where my family has gone. And I let all of it die. For now. Because there has to be focus for what comes next.
I hope he makes it out of here. I can't help but think he's...
What comes next?
I think back to that 1 second blurb where every letter of the alphabet was thrown together and just a torrent of sound and horribleness. Laren communicated and relayed everything that she saw.
In this moment, you hear that here.
Do I know where she is because of that?
Yes.
Where is she?
In the Meridian Labyrinth, in a secret compartment, a viewing station that you would know your direct way to. There's a path for you to get there safely.
Yeah, he was just there.
I steel myself, and as supersonic as I can, make for the Meridian Laboratory.
Like a bolt, you leave your burning home behind.
I thought something...
I'm going to ask for a death save here. You have 2 successes and 1 failure.
Nidus could die right here. Please.
Was almost natural 20, but it is a 12.
That's a 3rd success. You are stable. Nidus is stable on the ground.
Nidus is alive and well, and there is a kitty.
No, that's still at 0. Still at 0.
The kitty has awoken.
There's a lot going on, man.
There's a lot going on. Okay. We are going to...
I understood that the house was burning down, and it's sentimental, and the children, and everything else, but not...
We return to the astral realm.
I thought...
We come back here.
I'm trying to think of the best way to put this. I thought Sir was about to get, like, ambushed. After the children left, I thought it was going to be like, you are surrounded by devils. So at least we're alive for now.
Sea of silvery mist, and beyond them stars.
That wasn't me.
And
that was my kitty.
You see
The kitty's
Tempest
so cute.
approaching for a moment. But then you see
She
it's
uses
not-
me to
it's
get
not Tempest,
off
It is
the shelf.
a body composed of starlight, amethyst, liquid glass. And stepping through the mist, you see Evandrin.
Holy shit! That happened so fast! Hit. Alright, what do we talk? What do we talk?
He reaches.
Don't touch me.
Oh, shit!
I have waited so long to do only that.
I can't bear it if you were to touch me right now.
Xerxes,
What have I done?
You believed, and that is not a fault.
We're getting so many deep things.
I love you more than the stars and the moon and life itself. Are you in this place because Laren has sent you here?
No, I don't know how No, Laren didn't. Or maybe she did. She sundered the tree. Do you know what happened?
The tree.
Abrea's down there.
Yes.
Do you know
Saying
what came
something.
through the tree?
Yes, I do. I've missed you. And he leaps at you.
Yeah, what do you do?
He-
I'm sorry.
Embraces
It
you
was
and
the
holds
person
you
I
close.
I
loved.
hold him back.
He goes, I did not. It is too much to bear that I have waited here in between these places for 7 years to see you for but a moment before I lose you. I don't want to lose you.
You will never lose me. Never. I take off my name stone and I give it to him.
He holds it, puts it around his neck.
Jesus Christ.
He looks and says, I know that time is of the
Cheers.
essence, but also time here is strange. This place is in between. Years ago, when I was first knight, my darling, I would have told you. But it was the very beginning, and we did not understand it yet. I told Laren it should be me. She did not pressure me. She was my dearest friend, and I love her with all my heart. It was the
Solid.
role of first knight to journey into danger. Laren explained her vision to me, the astral ley rite. Aor opposed the gods and the matron of ravens in her ascension, and Laren's vision was, from whence do the gods come? By what token do they award themselves that title, and what realms beyond could we explore? It was a beautiful dream, and I knew that there was danger, and I wanted her dream to come.
Nothing wrong with the dream.
She sent me here. And
If
I was
you're part of
protected,
it.
or so I thought, and I was protected here. But when I returned, we didn't understand the tree. We didn't understand the calyx, and intentionally so. The druids
They
did not
didn't.
trust us with that knowledge.
They didn't tell us. We saw on the
And truth be
memories.
told, the tree didn't kill me. When I was moved out here, I became anchored to this other realm. You can see that I don't look like I did.
No.
The tree did not kill me. Exandria was killing me. I was a foreign thing. I was not of that world. The tree was pushing me back out into the astral. That's why I started to vanish. The tree was trying to return something that it was protecting the world from. And if I had the ability to communicate past this, I would have. And her vision was not the simple magic of the threshold crests, not a quick move, not a one-way trip, not a single destination, but truly to take a ley line off of the face of
I'm trying to
Exandria
soak it
and
all in,
chart to the
guys.
stars, that we could go wherever we wished and be
I'm-
whatever we wished.
Intentionally being quiet.
And we didn't know the spell that the tree was writing. We just didn't know.
Nor did we till we knew. We didn't know until we knew. And then we found out, oopsies, we blighted this shit.
Well,
I would have
Safe, I
never
suppose.
done that.
I'm not quite alive, or... I mean, I'm alive.
People
Just
said,
from somewhere else than where I'm actually from. And,
Evandrin, our son is still there.
how do I... Elias is still...
He's still there. He's still in Cathmorda.
where'd you think he was?
Get him here.
How?
I don't know.
I don't... How... Why are you here if Laren didn't send you?
I don't know. I'm here.
Xerxes, tell me the truth. Why are you here right now?
I look around me, I look down, I try to see any sort of remnants of what just happened in that room.
Behind you, you see the mace. You're a spirit. You may tarry here for some time, but you are moving on.
I failed. I fell. And now I'm here.
No.
I don't know for how much longer, but I feel a pull to another place.
Well, wait.
Evandrin?
There's a way around this. We can just be clever. Let's just figure something out. I haven't been able to find a way back, but now there's two of us here, and we'll find a way. We'll find a way.
You know I can't stay here. I look at the maze.
He's gotta take the mace.
All right, you move on to the... If you move on to the afterlife, we'll find a way to resurrect you. I need to find a clever way
Evandrin.
to get back
Evandrin,
to save
stop,
Elias.
stop.
And if I save Elias...
Yes, save Elias. Save him.
I don't know how to get back to the world. I haven't been able to find a way for years, but I'll...
Do I still have a connection to Tempest?
You do in your... I think post-death, no.
No. I don't, and I'm not in the same plane. I don't think that works.
You see the mace behind you on the ground.
So we still are.
I can't help but turn back and look at it.
He's gotta take the mace.
I had no idea that the life of the first night in that tower would be so lonely.
I failed you, and I made it lonely. I should have been a cleverer spell sword than I am, because I know how special you are. You tapped into something deep and profound. When I saw you for that moment, there have been times where I could see through Tempest's eyes, and I saw you wield that power earlier this night. There is a place beyond the stars that your heart alone can reach, and I have known it of you since the first day we met.
Is that where you want me to go? Is that where you think my place is?
He's gotta take the mace. Is he not gonna take the mace? He's making me feel like he doesn't want to take the mace.
And you see here, Evandrin looks at the mace and narrows his eyes. He doesn't like what he sees.
Oh, I knew it. Evandrin's gonna make him feel like he shouldn't take it. That's what I was just saying.
You can go. If you have been struck down, if you have been killed, then we will find a way. We will find a way.
Evandrin's gonna be like, don't go to the mace. Oh.
Listen to me.
Okay.
I believe in my heart that you will find a way. I know you will. But you know me. And I know what I believe is true. And I will never give up. The age of Arcanum is dead. What comes next?
We don't have to accept it.
I don't accept it. I start to reach for the mace. Find a way, Evandrin. And if that place up there amongst the stars is where I belong, then I will end up there.
You see, he
I'm
looks
in.
to you
I agree.
as you reach for the mace.
Solid.
You look in his eyes. You know that if you move into the space beyond, that your beautiful husband will not find a way to save your son. She has been trapped here for many long years. If Elias is to be saved, then you know what must be done.
If any of them are to be saved, then I know what must be done.
Your hand grasps the mace.
I say to him, what follows the age of Arcanum eventually must be the age of salvation. And I grab it with all of my strength.
He looks at you. Fire.
And we have lit up this shit.
Your gleaming armor is charred with flame beyond recognition. Your skull begins to split as two curling ram's horns move from your skull. You see Evandrin looks and goes, Xerxes, no! Xerxes! You feel yourself being pulled. You know the bargain you have struck by accepting this power. And he looks out after you. Moving through fire, you are not burned. And at first you wonder if it is due to some image of your new form. But you know that that's not why you're not being burned. Because the devil wants his followers to hurt. And you're not hurting because from the stars themselves, a love as profound as any that Exandria has ever known surrounds you. And you hear Evandrin's voice in your mind. I don't know how deeply you have sacrificed to do what must be done, but I know this. There is no God that strides this world that I worship more than I worship your heart. There is a power beyond the stars that you alone could find. And though you may be his by working of foul magic, I vow this. I bear your name. I bear it on this stone. And one day I will bring you home. You arrive back in the chamber. And Nidus is stable on the ground. Patia and Loquacious are both dead. It is the 4th round since they have died.
Respect to Brennan.
State do I have? Hit points
Xerxes
do I
and
have?
Brennan,
You have
holy
40
shit.
Points. You have the spell slots.
They
you had
get deep
while you were
and
alive.
emotional.
Oh my god.
Woo!
You've got a mace.
And now he is a fucking devil.
Is my telepathic bond still on, or is that severed?
I think the bond. Give me a. Do you think Xerxes would keep it, or do you think he would sever it?
I think you
I
keep it. Keep that shit. Keep it.
think it's gone.
Cool. It's gone.
I think it's gone.
You come back.
I don't think I would have known better. I think it would have just left him.
Yeah. I feel like he's right. I can't argue with that. I feel like he's
come
right.
back.
Holy shit.
As you arrive,
Balls.
You
Cheers.
see your
My
friends.
friends.
You
See how
get
you
here,
see your
and
friends.
Laren, immediately on the screen, you see Xerxes hurling
Oh
ram's
my
horns.
god.
charred
Guys,
armor,
we're like 2
wielding a
hours
mace,
in,
no
not
shield.
even. And we got a
But
lot more.
As you are holding the mace, you arrive. There's writing in Infernal growing around the mace. It's like the contract for your soul is writing itself upon the mace.
It's
Love
not
it.
finished being written.
I
it's not
love that
finished being
shit.
written.
I
Can
love that
assess
shit.
The situation around me. I'd like to know.
I
if can
love
tell
that
that
shit.
he's still
Pax
alive, if
You
they're
with
can
the
tell that
devil.
you can tell
like,
that your old friend is still alive.
I mean,
Aisha
that
and
sounds
Loquacious
bad,
are
but I
dead,
like
but
that shit.
Quite recently.
Yes.
And Vespin Chloris is in this chamber, who wheels around to see you and goes, but sees a fellow fiend and regards you
appropriately.
appropriately. Does not seem to advance on you.
Leave this place. This is now under my control.
Give me a persuasion.
Yes.
Can I use a bonus action?
Oh my
I'm
god,
gonna
I
use my
kind of
talent
love
divinity.
this. We have a man in we have a man in hell, basically. We have a devil.
Emanating,
We have Xerxes the devil
emanating from me
inside
is,
of hell.
Just like the ripples.
I am loving everything
and it just
about
kind of
this.
like enters everyone around me, and they all sense of calm. They all settle in themselves as I use my channel divinity.
When he does that,
Yeah.
yo, Dweomer, my homie,
Yeah.
maybe works a little different. Can I use her like a bit of an intercom?
Sure.
I think I've yelled through her at people.
Sure,
and
sure,
I've
sure,
like,
sure.
I
Absolutely.
cannot believe
Now that
this.
you hear
I'm
them
hitting the
say that,
radiator.
What have you become? If you're him, bring them back!
And this is through Diomer.
Yeah.
That you just like feel this like
Oh my
peaceful
god, that's
presence just
great.
emanate, and it floods into Diomer because Diomer is a subject of it as well.
Yeah.
So
I will say,
okay.
actually, because of that, roll this with advantage.
Okay.
Go for it.
That made sense.
Oh.
Roll disadvantage because she's part of it.
34. Vespin
With disadvantage.
looks at the now shrieking Dweomer and goes and screeches out and blasts her with a fireball.
Destroying her. Oh.
But you see that he goes and stalks and begins to stalk down the hallway.
The master has told me that you are to bestow upon me some magic, if you can. In order
I
to
will say
serve
this,
him.
as you say this, you are
I think
rapidly losing
Xerxes.
Okay.
I think Xerxes is going to
as you
start
continue this interaction with Vespin,
helping
the
us from the
clock will
inside.
begin to tick.
Why
Okay,
wouldn't
I need
he?
to know this.
Cool.
Fuck. The tree.
Yes.
Pieces of it dead. Anything. It's just-
completely sundered around.
I let Vespin leave.
You can give me an insight check on Vespin if you want.
We'll see.
No, you let him die.
Insight?
Insight.
22.
Not great.
What I'll say is this: as Vespin begins to leave, you look at Vespin, and you see in his face the thing you did not see in the Lord of the Hells. A look of pain and recognition of something that was once a mortal man. But you see he nods to you, and
I run up to him and I touch him. And
So-
I'm going to say this will
So
bring us into
sorta
the fifth
like
round.
regret.
Cool.
I need help.
Cool. Go for it.
So I touch Evandrin's namestone, and I a cleansing touch through that namestone onto Vespin. I need him.
Okay.
Are we going to use Vespin as our friend?
Paladin's got big ideas.
1 second.
I apologize, guys.
So the DC is 18.
Yes.
You cast your ability.
Yes.
The wording of which is you fail all saving throws automatically for a minute.
I do.
But you allow a corrupted being a potential to make a saving throw and attempt to come back or restore some portion of itself.
Well, is he your ally now, so we get to +5? You little bitch.
Maybe.
Oh,
Save it
shit.
till after he resurrects me. All right.
Exactly. Resurrection.
So what you see, I rolled a save. You go to Vespin. Xerxes. You do what you attempted to do on the devil, on the Lord of the Hells. You attempt to give an opportunity for redemption, for understanding the very act that doomed your soul.
Doomed my soul.
An understanding and a belief in the power of redemption that Evandrin thought was beautiful. You stick to your beliefs, even though your beliefs may have doomed not only yourself but the world. The Lord of the Hells is older than the world. Vespin Chloris was a man. The power of stars flows through you for what may be one of the last times as you are changing into what you will become. Vespin, is this naivete? Is this foolishness to open yourself up and give the chance for redemption? In this instance, the skin regrows. You see the face of a man, still in a fiendish body. He goes, I don't know who you are. Grabs the mace. We don't have much time. Cast time stop.
Whoa,
He
no
reaches his hand
fucking
into the
way.
haft of
What
the
is
mace
about to
and says,
happen?
Bad contract. And you see infernal runes move all throughout the room as he has stopped time, looks around and goes, I don't know what power this is you hold, but thank you.
What the fuck just happened?
But they usually put the clause about when it goes into effect at the end. He inscribes a series of runes at the end of the haft. The deal for your soul goes into effect at sunrise. And a redeemed for the moment Vespin Chloris gives you one night. What the He stands there, just his face peering from a fiendish body.
Is he back to what he was before?
You see, he is no longer this shrieking devil puppet that he was. You see tears stream down a face from gaunt eyes, but it's the face of a man. You see he goes, "Gah!" dispels something in himself, "Gah!" and it comes back. His spine grows. "Gah!"
Oh, I don't have enough power to help you.
It's all right. It's all right. Listen, we don't have very much time. Let me come out. I don't know much of what's happening. I am Vespin Chloris.
I know.
And you know what I've done.
Yes.
All right. I am going to turn back. I don't have the power to stop this. Whatever gift you had bought a moment, but it's a moment only. That mace, you know what it will do to you come sunrise.
I do.
All right. In life I was a Malconvoker, a infernalist. I sought.
Guys, what the fuck? Holy shit! Are you kidding me?
I thought I could do it, and the world will remember me as its greatest villain.
That history hasn't been written yet, and you are not out of time.
I am gonna
We are
blow
running
a
out of time, and I rushed
friggin'
this guy and I
muscle in my arm. I'm tense
I
as
have
shit.
it, baby.
Yeah.
It's my last third level slot.
Within the time stop. Within the time stop, it's your last third level spell.
Yeah.
You're still in time stop, so the magic is leaving your hand, and you see it seeping into Loquacious's chest, his body. You see that Vespin looks at you. He says, "All right."
I don't have enough. I don't have enough.
Am I awake?
You are awake in this moment.
Holy fucking shit! I am gonna freak out.
I don't have telepathic bond. Fuck.
However,
You got horns.
I will say this: Loquacious, you hear him say, "I don't have the spell. I don't have the energy for the spell."
Loquacious, it's me. It's Xerxes.
The ether, the ether, the freaking ether.
I rushed to Nidus, who I know is only unconscious, and I laid on hands, give him 5 hit points.
I will say this: you are about to rapidly come out of the time stop.
Yeah.
Both of you, give me perception checks.
I'm not even perceiving. I'm reaching down to the stone.
Is it the ether?
as
Friggin'
you said, you
Lyran's
don't have the
ether, the
energy.
fucking
I don't have
ether
the
shit.
energy.
It's the only thing he had left.
Raw ether in
Do I
his
know
hand.
what it is?
That's the one thing
I
that
take
saved
it.
the spell.
I take it, and I rush to Paisha, and I cast Revivify on her.
Boo! Quay and Paisha, you are both at 1 hit point.
That's so dumb. That should never have happened. That should never have happened.
Happy.
I
Power of love.
It's the power of love.
He's gonna kill us all 3 times.
What happened to you? What's on your face?
I instead of answering,
I have so many chills and feelings right now.
It's
I don't even
coming
know
out.
what
You
to
see
say.
Vespin looks and says, "You don't have much time left, but listen, you know of what the Lord of the Hell spoke. The one of you."
I'm afraid to
You
drink.
must ask me it now before I go. I will try to fling myself somewhere else in the city far from here, but I will come back. I cannot stay like this.
How do we save the city? How do we stop them? Like, what is it? What have you left behind? You had to have left something behind.
He says, "There is no. They are here.
They're
the tree
here.
is destroyed. They are here. Go. The woman, the first one, the one who warned you first, the Hall of Prophecy."
Oh,
I rushed to Nidus, and
He
I lay on
dimension
hands.
doors and says, "Do not bother with my name. In the darkness, I saw my name would be destroyed, and I asked beyond all things not to be forgotten. And I know the Lord of the Hells will see that wish granted." I thought,
Vespin Chloris is a good dude.
I'm a fool, and I have brought ruin to the world.
Guys, holy fucking shit,
Hope
man.
that you are forgotten. And he moves through the door and disappears.
In that moment, I lay on hands on Nidus, and I give him 5 hit points.
Whew. You are here. Sarat and Laren.
Okay, if I had to wait for him to show up.
Cheers.
would I have
Holy
to
shit.
somewhere
I
where
mean, wait, how fast?
Yeah, but I was by myself for a very long time.
It's a pretty crazy show to watch. Pretty solid show.
I'm just gonna fully. So, you're back, and that's all you. So you have no more revivifies, correct?
I have no more revivifies.
That's all she wrote.
That's it. It's gone.
Well, you.
Technically, I had it.
Revivifies. He had enough left in his
Like
spell
leaving
slot to save
a note
Loquacious
that
and
said,
use the ether.
I
Holy
heard the
fucking
Lord
shit.
say that Vespin needed to go to a gate.
He needed to prepare.
Oh
the
my
gate.
god.
Yeah,
I
but
cannot
have
believe it
any idea what
happened.
happened.
I was
No,
like,
there's a
is
limited number of places that you can start rolling out. In other words, there are multiple places it could be. You need to know more, but knowing more is a thing that could happen fast.
Then I wait for Sarah.
there is about
You ever, Sarah, you arrive.
15 minutes left. We're gonna go a little over.
We'll bring
Who cares?
all of us here.
I'll
I'm just gonna
break it
say,
up somehow.
You arrive here in this chamber. Vespin, you hear a shriek from deep within the Meridian Labyrinth. He dimension doored somewhere, but it has stopped. He did not have someone to give him until sunrise. He's gone, and he belongs to the Lord of the House.
Yeah, he gave us a moment. A moment like this.
Are we all here?
Oh my God, I'm freaking out.
here?
I'm sorry. I am sorry for my horrible singing.
I guess.
I'm hitting the freaking radiator. I'm gonna kill the rest of this bowl. Or this pipe, I should say.
You had no idea. I don't know what happened.
We're dark again.
Where?
Dark.
What happened to you?
I made a deal. I only have a day before I lose myself. Most of myself.
I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna punch him real hard.
I'm out. It's out. It's tapped.
You made a deal? For what?
For you.
For 2 lives. We saved 2
I
lives.
save you.
I saw you in that moment when everyone else was down. You stood beside him.
Yeah.
What did you do?
I've saved lives. Paisha's alive. Loquacia's
Don't look away
alive.
from me. The city is burning.
The city is burning, and he's here. And I played a part in him
We both
coming.
We all did.
In him coming.
Not all of us.
Jesus.
We have to fix it.
No, not all of us. You're right.
But we've all made deals in the past. Maybe not all. But we've all made deals. Maybe not as horrifying as the one you just did.
We don't have time for self-flagellation.
No, we don't.
There's a gate. He's making a gate to bring back the Emperor. We have to find the gate and stop it. We can still save the city.
Vespin.
How?
We can
This
fix this.
clear-headed Vespin said that we need to go to the Oracle.
Then why are
Then
we
let's
waiting
go.
here?
Go. Let's go. Let's go. Yes.
We're
We
not.
don't have much time.
We don't.
Lyran's
There's
right.
nowhere else to go.
Run.
There's nothing else but this.
Let's all jump on top of Travis, sear it, and we'll fly there. How much weight could he hold?
Yes, Carl.
Carwin. Yeah, Carwin.
Um,
Carwin was the mighty oracle. We saw the devil in her. Lord of Hells.
we need. Look at us. We're not in any shape. No. Whatever any of us can do to help, we need to do it now. We need it now.
We need to go.
We can go and do that at the same time. I start to move, and I put hands on myself.
I'm gonna throw a 3rd level healing word on Loquacious, and I'm gonna throw a 3rd level healing word on Paisha. It's 3d4 plus 5 for each of you.
I'll throw a healing word right back at you.
Marisha looks so emotional that she's back alive. I love Marisha. Marisha's great. One of my favorites. The favorite of mine in campaign 2.
I'm gonna do my mage armor, at will mage armor spam to try to get my arcane ward
Cool.
back up.
All you move, you rush.
I think Marisha was like, I thought I was going to be dead this entire final episode.
You rush to.
I wasn't
the
sure.
Hall of Prophecy.
On the way there, do we see people fighting? People.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it sucks.
Yes,
third
you.
Oh, it sucks.
Yes, so it's still just 15 points.
You move from here. You see the crumpled body of Dweomer on the ground. You exit as fast as you can, casting spells. Paisha, give me an Arcana check.
I should be starting the live stream right now.
Can't
Those
name
of
it,
you who
can't
watch
put
the
it
live
up here,
stream, this
but
is why I'm
you
late.
feel something like holding ether in your body, something that you like took from the Tree of Names. It's hard to talk about, but as you came back, you got something from that legend lore, something big and powerful. It's hard for your mind to access. There's like something magical inside you that you don't know if you would survive releasing it. It is not infernal. It's something from the tree, but there is something within you, and you're on a 16. It's not you were dead. You've come back. Everything has gone to hell.
I
Your
kind
soul
of
is
said something like this, but in
slowly erupting in
reverse.
flames, and but you feel that unmistakably.
When I hear Lyran and Xerxes talk about the Emperor and Empress,
I think it's because it consumed her arm.
Yes, Emperor Raushan of Fire and
Raushan and Kmart. Kymort.
You arrive quickly at the Hall of Prophecy. The guards are gone. There are screams from a nearby neighborhood.
Yeah, I don't think they got to worry about
Is it just chaos people
guards.
running
What are you
around?
shitting me?
Madness, like
What are
the
you
sinking of the
shitting me?
Titanic, or
You see, as you begin walking, you see open crowds of people fleeing from devils.
okay.
You are welcome to join them in battle. and stop them.
But
It
you're
is
gonna keep going.
4:15 in the morning.
Wow.
And the sun will rise before 6 o'clock.
Oh my God.
Would I have had enough time to get?
So it's like you want to help some random people. You got an hour and 45 minutes till Xerxes.
No, as we're running.
As we're running, yeah, I'll allow it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I'll allow it.
Then the first thing I asked.
A true kindness.
I have.
Special message to Sarah.
That was kind of you.
They are. I hope it was worth the risk.
I have 2 questions.
Yes.
Where's Tempest right now?
I don't blame him, dude.
Your griffin can fly.
People said in
Flies
comments, we were
I
reading
call him forth. I
different
climb
parts
onto him,
last
and I
episode.
move up so I can get as much.
People
visual
said no matter what
on
happened,
everyone.
someone would have screwed it up.
It is chaos, and no one knows what to do. People are screaming, running. There are devils everywhere. Fires are starting up. Excelsior Plaza is a vision of hell on earth.
Oh my lord.
You see,
Horrible.
flying up chaos and ruin.
I would like to do one thing. As I'm absorbing all of this, taking it all in, and seeing my part in it all, Xerxes closes his eyes and he tries to hold on to that cosmic connection one last time. And I'm going to use the banner.
You hold the banner aloft as you fly, the banner of Avalier. Absolutely.
Normally he would
Oh my
shout
God.
an incredible, passionate battle cry, but this time it's just silent, and that energy flows out into anyone within sight.
All of those within sight gain temporary hit points as they look and see the banner flying, and you begin to hear people shouting and saying, "Defenses, get defenses out to the edge of the street! Move quickly!" And you hear spells firing out.
Yeah, but isn't he gonna instigate-
Colossi and Caro Hulks moving into position,
He's inspiring our people as
figures begin to
the right
flock
hand of
into
the
banner.
devil.
As you fly overhead, the city begins. You hear horns and things shouting. It still looks like chaos, but the people are alerted that something is wrong. Anyone asleep awakes.
Something.
Everybody
But
gets
I
it.
feel like he's gonna draw attention to himself.
What is it, like your level plus?
It's essentially, yeah.
proficiency or something?
And charisma.
I give you 3d4 plus 5.
Yeah.
I
it's a
will.
plus for
Let me ask
five.
this:
I
Do
can
you
roll it for you if you'd like, of course.
do you have that? Not to be mean. Do you? Has it been a long rest? Have you refreshed your ability from?
I haven't used this yet.
You used it at the Ivy table when you used your inspiring leader feat, I believe.
Oh, the inspiring leader
Feat.
Yes. So
I'm-
this still active. This still requires that access to that
Yes, I'm going to allow the banner to be used for the populace,
population.
but not as a game mechanic.
for us.
Cool.
Perfect.
You guys
Got
got
it.
19 temp HP.
My griffin does. Thank you for that.
You got it. You
Makes
rush the
sense.
Hall
Makes
of
sense.
Prophecy.
I like it.
It is unguarded. The guards have clearly moved off because they've heard screaming and cries for help and went to investigate. The door is open. You rush inside, and as you do, you move into the chamber where Xerxes was before, and you see Carwin, this beautiful oracle,
Where we at?
asleep in bed.
Still
You
got
see,
about
with the magic
10
circle
minutes.
around her.
Here, we're definitely going over.
Break it. Break it.
Break the circle.
I'm not mad. None of us are mad.
Yeah, she's not. I'll break it.
Nidus, you dispel the circle. It breaks, and she goes, "Ah!" And it's a healthy, powerful looking. She actually is going to upcast an immediate mass healing word.
Oh,
Everybody here gains 10 HP.
Yes.
that's it.
Bespin Chlor's coming through.
Vespin Chloris is our boy right
And
now.
says, her eyes roll back in her head, and she rises from her bed into the air. When crowned fire and a throned earth stride forth to join ancient war anew, then mother and father shall fall to the hands of their imprisoned kin, and all the stars will weep until the death of light for lost Exandria, whose every ashen breath will wish for death, and never knowing peace shall stumble evermore to seek in vain the end of horror without name.
All right, guys, I stopped it there just because it is already past the hour. We still have another 10 or 15 minutes left, and the live stream for Campaign 2 starts right now. So I'm going to talk real quick. I'm already going to be running 5 minutes behind, but holy shit. So exactly what I thought, let's say what I hoped would happen is time could be reversed. they didn't necessarily reverse time. Well, they didn't reverse time. Vespin Chloris is communicated with by Xerxes. He touches him and he taps into that little bit of what Vespin Chloris still clings to as a human man, and he comes through to us, grabs the mace, and rapid fire, like boom, 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 does all these things. And then we heal Loquacious. And then Loquacious' ether heals Paisha, and we have our team back. I honestly think Marisha was so excited and overwhelmed by the fact that she's back alive. I think she thought she was down and out for the count for the entire conclusion of Calamity, and I wasn't sure if this was even possible. It didn't happen the way I saw it happening, but it happened in a way that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how it happened. It happened. Loquacious is alive. Paisha's alive. Here's the thing, though. I don't know if they talked about it, but Paisha still might only have an arm from the elbow up. She still might be missing 3 fingers from one hand. Was that spoken of? I was ranting for a little bit, but I honestly feel like I was the most quiet in that hour than any other hour in all of Calamity, maybe anything in Critical Role history. So much drama was happening. Xerxes and Evandrin and freaking Surrit in the beginning, dealing with his family, his kids, being like, I'm going to crush these runes, send you on your way, go have fun with your mother, because our house is about to burn down. The devils are rioting. The Kanathi had the runes with the slices, and they all turn into vessels for devils, demons. Xerxes, he takes the mace. I expected him to take the mace. Evandrin is trapped in this limbo world for years and years and years, and they even said to make it even darker and sadder that you know that he's never going to get out of this. He's never going to save the kid. Who's it up to? You, sir, Xerxes, who has now made a deal with the devil, but Vespin Chloris gave him time to sunrise, which is in an hour and 45 minutes, probably less at this point. Holy shit. I'm jumping into the live stream for Campaign 2. I'm jumping into this after that. You guys want to see more of what I do? Full unedited episodes, all the shows on the channel, seasons added, what you're seeing, hundreds of exclusives you only see on Patreon. The link is in front of me. Dozens of shows you'll never see on Patreon. Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Battlestar. Check it out right now. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.